Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Beard Flower from CZT Naomi Horiguchi, and I hope I pronounced that right. Okay, oh my gosh, we had so much fun with this Tangle on our Tangle Time sessions. All right, it's just so fun to do. And I don't know, it seemed like it was easy-ish to get different variations just depending on how you do it, right? Okay, so this one starts off with, and I'm going to leave a little bit of room here. It starts off with an S shape that then goes into a spiral. So in the middle-ish, and you can kind of pause there if you wanted to, or even, stop, and then with the takeoff and land idea, continue it into a little spiral. All right, and then doing it, and we're going to mirror that on the other side here. Like that. Okay. And so on my version of the step outs, just a by the way, I did split out this first stroke because my mind was going, well, now how am I going to do this exactly? And I'm picturing starting it from one direction and making it one stroke. So I split it up just like I did it, doing it from the center, and then going out either way. And this, you can fragmentize it, if you will, because if you look at Naomi's step out and the samples, that is in the description section, links to them. She created little flowers leaves. These are kind of end up like petals because it is flower-ish shape. But it just, I'm like, oh, it's such a neat stroke to do. And like I said, and we had so much fun with it, and we had some that really took that, and it was just amazing. All right, if you're interested in seeing, I do plan to get the replay out. If you subscribe to this channel, which I hope you will, if you haven't already, I put it here first, the replay, and then I create a post from that with all of the information and the links to the screenshots and other pictures that I gather of those that attended, and put out a blog post. So if you want to get that, go to my link tree, which is in the description section under the links to the step outs, and click on my website, and there you can sign up for the blog. All right, so from here, C-shaped curve line, kind of like crescent moon, right? So right there, and then from here, and this is, like I said, I'm glad that I split that up because we're going to do just those halves coming out of this C shape right here. All right, let's see. I want to see if I can make the middle one smaller. We'll see what the pen decides it wants to do. So just from here, like I said, same idea, like that. And I like to do, because on the step outs, kind of doing one layer at a time. All right. And, you can add as many as you want. It's up to you and what you have room with and what your vision is. These two kind of go more straight up. Oh, look at, I made it smaller. I'll show you what I worked on, but I kept making mine really big just because. No reason. Let's start it from there, from the same place. Okay. Then, and this was a little bit hard to see on Naomi's, and so I made sure mine were big enough. So we're going to make these like scrolls. And if you've never done it before, because there are several tangles that use this idea of, I call it scrollifying them. All right, so I'm looking at this one, and I'm having the scroll come this way. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is this outer edge, this open outer edge, just going to kind of trace over it a little bit, like take off and land. And you're bringing that line down to the first line it comes to. And then, same thing, this is another open edge. This is the mantra that my brain says when I was first learning how to do these. And it seemed to help people. Now, I could leave that as it is, or... So this way too, no matter how many rotations of the spiral you take, this is the way you do it. It's just that outer edge and bring it down to the first line, and then you can finish it off there if you like. And I think it would kind of work either way. So we're going to do that to all of them. That one I'm not going to go in because there's not that much to do. All right, we'll do this way. These ones I was a little bit more, well, except for this one, I was a little bit more behaved with some of these. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. I mean, even if you stop right there, actually, I think that looks really mean. I might need to do that, and I don't know, because it looks like it's cut in. If you did some nice shading around these outsides, it just looks like it's like gives it. I'm picturing this depth right now as if it's kind of cut into the paper. All right, next step though is another C-shaped curve line. We're going to do kind of take off and land coming from this outer edge. So I'm going to do that and come up to that center. And you know what? We're going to do the same thing on the other side, but we're going to do this for all of them. So I might as well, while I'm on this side, and then how about any lines that you come to? This one, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to get it to come down there. So that way it looks like they're kind of tucked. Oh, let me do it this way. I turn it all the way around to get it to where I want it. All right. And I kind of like coming from here, with it starting with the takeoff and land and coming, but that's just me. And air drawing, not a bad idea. Wow, I almost think this is the best one yet. Oh, I really like what I... Pardon me for a moment while I get all excited. I like this one. I think... Well, I like what I have done, but this one has come out really, really good. Yay! Okay. And then, now it's just time for you to, play, shade, decorate it however you wish. If you want to. Well, you know what? I'll show you. I'll show you on the one because we did the leaves on the one. It feels so let me just add some shading. So like it just feels so empty sitting there. Oh, and you know what? I'll use some really dark. So I'm going to use what's left on here. And first, where things are tucked, I'm going to add the graphite. I was also using the 9B, so it's got some really dark graphite on there. I'll just do this whole outside also, because those are all kind of tucked behind there. And I don't think I did this on any of the other ones, although I was tempted. Because this little guy is tucked kind of behind that as well. And then the inside of these little scrolls. And then we'll just add a little bit of dimension here. Well, I have not used this had a lot of graphite on it. Like that. And then, okay, now I'm going to use some. Let's do this, a little drop shadow. Or quite the drop shadow. Yeah, that's neat. And then I think I'm just going to add some graphite just because it just needs something up here. Oh yeah, it's like it's floating. Huh, neat. Neat. All right. So that just plain, that's one way to do this. I think I got all of the bits I wanted to get. Although, no, let me just for a moment. Because those are kind of hanging out there. Let's do on the lines of a shadow. And maybe the colorless blender would be a good idea. Let's see. Yeah, just to add a little bit more something. Fun to play. All right. Let's right in these crevices. I want to should sharpen this actually. Just want it to have a little bit more depth. So I didn't want to add any more graphite because there was already enough graphite on that Tortillion. But I want a little bit extra, a little bit extra dimension on these places where things are tucked under. And I'm pretty much just like going right on the line with this. So that way, it just has that depth. And then that way it's kind of contrasted by everything else. Neat. All right. I'm so excited. So much fun. All right. So on our AM session, and by the way, these are free sessions that I do every week on Thursday. And you work on whatever you want with whatever you want. And that is up to you, and how you want to play with it is up to you. We just present the tangle and then have fun, like I said. This was a prepped. I marbleized the wrong side. This was like photo paper, but it turned out kind of neat. So it's kind of matte, and yeah, it was just. I've had it laying around here, and I decided I'm just gonna grab something and go and play, instead of hanging on to them forever, and then I never seem to use them. So neat to put a little stir it up or amaze in as the patterning on the little petals. And here's the leaves. So just taking that one side, so here's the here's the S shape that goes into the curly Q, and then that C shape underneath it. And then I did some going the other way, and on purpose, I made them look crinkly, and it's just adding to the character. So really, really neat. All right, and then I was so tickled with this. Using some of the techniques from our Juicy Effects class and color combinations, I wanted to have fun with this one. But you notice, like I said, most all of these, I've made the top ones really big, and it doesn't matter. This one, they're a little bit small, and this one I added more because I had room. This one I added more, but just really, really neat. And by the way, if you're wondering, like, that's an interesting shape tile. Nothing, waste not, want not, right? I had just opened a new tissue and I'm like, I have another one somewhere, but I'm like, I'm going to use that today because it's cute. And it's a rather nice, white got a little out of control there. And it was a nice surface. It's a nice tone. Very cool. All right. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed this one. And if you have, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, again, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. Come and join us sometime for the Tangle time. It's it's so much fun. It really is. And then to see what everybody does with it, and I don't know. It's neat to see the different ideas that then you can add to your mental toolbox. It's just great. Information is in the link tree, which is in the description section. Let's see. There are 2 links there for Facebook. One's for Facebook. The other is Eventbrite. Those are the 2 primary places that I post classes. So you can follow me there. So see when I post things. The Tangle Times, it's an ongoing class, so you will see those. Well, except for Facebook. I have to do those individually because their recurring events don't work very well. But yeah, come join us. I do teach on Tuesdays also, and as I mentioned, this was the result of the Juicy Effects class that we had last Tuesday. And so if you go to my website, you can purchase the replays. They are almost ready to go, but you can purchase the replays if you want. And and usually I have on the classes section on my website, I try to have what's coming up next there as well as on the other places. So we have things covered, but so much fun. What else do I want to mention? Our Tangle Addicts community. So if you do happen to be on Facebook, we have a private group for the Tangle Addicts. Find that link on the link tree, click it, answer the 4 questions, and then as soon as I see it, we'll let you in. And then it's just 24/7 Zentangle mayhem and craziness and fun. So would love to have you join us. All right. So with that, thank you again so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.